Hi, Rick Hjertberg here. Let me show you how easy it is to measure a wheel's dish. This is a dishing tool. They're all the same, except for material, in that they consist of a crossbar that arches over the hub with 2 feet that touch the rim at 180 degrees. And they all have a center post, held in place with a set screw, itself threaded, or, if you're lucky, with a trigger, like Brett Fleming's tool. Or in this case, my brother's, John Hjertberg makes this in Whitefish, Montana. So the way the tool is applied is to one side of the rim. In the case of this tool, I release the trigger so the post is free to move. I lay the tool on the rim so it touches the rim, and the center post touches the hub. It will make 3-point contact no matter what. The dishing is done by reversing the tool on the rim. One of 3 things will be true. Either 1, as in this case, the wheel is perfect, and on side 2 of the wheel, we have 3-point contact once again. That means the wheel is perfectly dished. Number 2 would be an error showing at the hub. And here I'll just invent one. Lift the center post up a bit, and look there. There's an error at the hub. It matched on side 1, but on side 2, the center post didn't reach the hub. The third eventuality would be this error is presented at the rim, and in that case, it would look like this. That's an exaggeration, but there we've got a gap at the rim. The tool matched on side 1, but not on side 2. Here's my advice to you. If, on side 2, the gap appears at the hub, thusly, what you should do is release the center post, get 3-point contact, rename this side 1, and flip the wheel. Now you know the error will show at the rim, and you want it at the rim, you don't want it at the hub. Why? Because at the rim, that gap is 4-fold the true error of the wheel center line. It's a magnification that's very handy. It means that digital dishing tools will never be popular because they're not needed. We already have a magnifying glass. Why is it 4-fold? Well, first, I'm holding down this side to the rim so the full gap appears over here. Truly, it ought to be equally divided between these 2 sides. Here I've done it. I've got both sides the same distance from the rim. All of a sudden, the gap is half what it was. To correct this gap, I'm only going to make a correction of half this distance because you see the wheel is not changing width. Therefore, any changes I make will affect both the first side and the second side. See, I'll have to go back to side 1 and measure it before going back to 2. So what you're seeing, even if this isn't clear, trust me, that's a 4-fold exaggeration. In the case of this wheel, I'd say that's about 4 millimeters. That means the center line of this wheel, were that its error, the center line would be 1 millimeter from perfection, which from a bicycle point of view is pretty good. It might not steer straight, but it's darn close. So thanks to dishing tools and the fact that we compare one side with the other, it's particularly easy to see what's going on. And let me just point out this tool. I'm biased. It's made by John in Whitefish, Montana. We sell them, of course. It's made of wood, white oak, laminated, thin, almost 3 millimeter laminations, with some thickeners added to the center. You can see it's stouter where the post goes through. One lamination is left loose for a short bit of its distance, so that when it's pressed down with thumb or forefinger, the post is free to move. The post is made of Purple Heart, and I wish you could see the color in this quality of video, but it's a deep brown purple color. It's a beautiful South American hardwood. The cap is myrtle, which is a rare decorative wood, hardwood from few places besides Oregon, actually. Has kind of a curly maple-ish complexity to its grain. Now, the tool has been planed once it was laminated so that the feet are perfectly straight. It's dried wood, which means it's not going to curl or warp on you. It's got holes drilled in it so you can easily hang it from a post. It bears the Wheel Fanatyk logo proudly. It's the only dishing tool you'll ever need. It can do daily service at a factory. This little trigger will never wear out, and you will have the easiest to use dishing tool in existence. So you see how easy it is to judge the dishing of a wheel. Why is a wheel dish named dish? Probably because if this wheel were to be set in a very broad bowl, larger even than a Catholic collection plate, if the hub touched the center of the bowl and reached the rim and was the same shape as the bowl, if you were to take that bowl and place it on the other side of the wheel, if it made the same contact, this very shallow, broad, maybe gold panning shape, you would know the wheel is dished. So I am presuming that our Stone Age forefathers gave us the term dish to indicate a wheel which was symmetrical left to right. Thanks.